How's my hair? Good? Alright. Hi families. We are going to go over a geometry skill that a lot of scholars struggle with on the mock state test. So I want to figure out what is the value of this angle right here. Before I even start thinking about what is the value of this angle, I need to make sure I understand all of my geometric terms. So I see that this angle is an acute angle because it is less than 90 degrees. A right angle signifies with a box right here. I know this is a right angle because this line right here and this line actually makes a perpendicular line. When lines are perpendicular, it makes a right angle. So I know this is a right angle, so I'm going to label it 90 degrees. I know that since this angle is less than 90 degrees, it has to be acute, so I'm going to label it as an acute angle. This angle is 20 degrees, so since it's less than 90 degrees, I also know it's an acute angle. So I have a right angle and two acute angles. I also have a straight line. Whenever you see a straight line, that is 180 degrees. I'm going to label it 180 degrees. Any angle that is more than 90 degrees is called an obtuse angle. I know that because a 90-degree angle looks like this, and since this is more and it has a greater space, it's called obtuse. So now that I know all my terms, I can start to think, what is the value of x? Since I know my total is 180 degrees and I know that is my biggest number, I want to find out my missing parts. So my first step is I'm going to add two parts that I do know. I'm going to add 90 degrees plus 20 degrees. When I add that up, I get 110 degrees. Now I know that in order to figure out that next missing angle, I can do 180 minus 110 degrees, and I can get 70 degrees. Now I'm going to double check to see if this makes sense. I know it has to be less than 90 degrees, which is 70 degrees, and 70 plus 20 equals 90 degrees. So this entire angle right here is 90 degrees. 90 degrees plus 90 degrees equals half a circle, which is 180 degrees.